Now, Rich kind of could tell us about this because he was kind of like pissed off about this for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
But some company named King trademarked the word candy, and I guess they started sending like cease and desist. Like I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck did they
it's
do.
it's the company who made Candy Crush. Like they trademarked the word candy, and I think Saga was it or something. Yeah, they trademarked those words, and now like you can't use those words in a video game title. And they've been sending cease and desist to
How is that even
various
legal?
publishers. I don't know. Like I have no idea. Rich, do you know anything about it?
Well, basically, from what information I do know, yes, they did trademark the name Candy. They also trademarked the name Saga because they wanted to try to say that they own the right to make games with those particular titles in it. Um, Now, the problem is that a lot of people was affected by this. The indie developers that make games with with any of those names in the title, they cannot make that. They have to completely get rid of that name altogether. The game I spoke about earlier, the Banner Saga, is one of those games that the studio has come out and said, because they actually were making that game as part of a trilogy. Now they're saying because of this trademark and because this thing is now in motion, it's in legal proceedings, they may not be able to make a sequel now. So that is a problem because, first and foremost, if you don't know about King, there was something that came out just the other day that said that there was a game that they've worked on that they cloned. And of course, they made a statement today saying, no, we didn't do that. It says that they cloned the game Scamper Ghost. The game they made is called Pack Avoid. It's like a flash-based game, but basically it's saying that they basically made all these claims talking about they wanted to own the trademark to these words, but now there's a game that they made that is being accused of being copied from another game. So, of course, they released a statement today saying, no, that's not true, and they will remove the game from their site completely. So, obviously, there's a lot more to this story. Like I say, it's still developing, but the reason why I say it's an issue is because I don't think they should they don't have any right to just say they own a word. That word existed long before they made the game that they made. So I don't understand how they can say that they now trademarked it in the sense that no one else can use that in any of their materials moving forward. Doesn't make any kind of sense. But it is something that is, because it is right now. It is moving along. Until it gets denied, it is in effect right now. So any game that has Saga in the title. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's a Metal Gear Solid game. They can't use Saga in the title now. So it affects any game that's getting made, whether it's indie or AAA. So
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, man. But I mean, I'm no lawyer or anything, but like, I know that companies sometimes do like tactics like that. These troll tactics where they try to claim ownership over something, and then once it goes through, they can then make money off of other companies that cross their path. Like for example, I work in web development, and I'm sure people are familiar with Getty Images. They're basically like you can get royalty-free images from there and stuff, but you have to like pay them a fee or whatever. What they do is they try to own as many images as possible so that, if you accidentally come across one of their images in Google search and then you use it on their site or something, they can hit you with a charge because, that image comes from them. And it's the same kind of tactic that happens in, that King is using, basically. They're trying to claim ownership over those words so that anybody who tries to use them in gaming, they can make money from them, basically, whether it's through the court or they can have a personal deal with the company to use that name or those words or whatever. So it's a business tactic, to be honest with you. Like, it's not just them deciding, we own these words are ours. I think it's more a business tactic for them. And I'm pretty sure, Candy Crush, there must have been like loads of clones like of Candy Crush popping up on like iOS and Android. So
Yeah.
that's probably part of the reason why they wanted to do it as well, so they can, tell those people to get the hell out of here because we own this. But at the same time, it's trolling. It's legal trolling, and a lot of companies do that.
Something about this whole thing, like, I don't know, like, I definitely don't think it can't be what we're saying, because that's just not possible. Like, wouldn't Nintendo trademark the name Mario Bros or
I
something?
think I don't think they. I think there's
Like,
it's real specific how they trademarked it. Like they must have trademarked it only for gaming, like no other platform. Like they
I
can't.
mean, the thing I read on here, on it says uh, exclusive rights to use the word in apparel, video games, gambling services, amusement parks, computer hardware, and more if the application is approved. And this was like back last year when they submitted this trademark for candy.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like. I just don't believe it. Like, it cannot be what we're saying. Cause like, okay, why come like, because look, Candy Crush Saga is not the first video game to use Candy or Crush or Saga in their name, right?
That's right.
I can't name off the top of my head a game that has that name, but let's just say, okay, now let's just use this as an example. Metal Gear came out way before Gears of War. So why doesn't Epic just say, all right, you know what, let's put a fast one on them. Let's trademark the word gear. And like then we won't ever have Metal Gear Solid. Like what the fuck? So it can't be like it just can't like I don't think
I
so.
know it seems really far fetched. It does. I admit it seems far fetched. But I mean, sometimes shit like that can happen, and maybe it's a case of King were the ones who were smart enough to try it, and I guess like the court or whoever who like makes this official for them, like they probably don't know a lot about like the gaming industry or whatever, and maybe King has a good lawyer that can present the claim in a good way, in a good way to where they get around some loopholes or something.
I don't know, man. We need to start watching The Good Wife, learn more about lawyers and stuff. Shout out to David. Nah, but I don't know, man. This whole lawyer shit I think is above any of our understanding. But let's be honest, this shit's above our understanding. We don't understand the law and all this bullshit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what we do understand is that if it's what we're saying, that is bullshit.
yeah.
And to be honest, I wouldn't want to play a game named Candy Crush or Saga in it. But that's just me.